Dear students, let us now practice some problems on thermodynamics. So when an ideal monatomic gas is heated at constant pressure, okay, it is heated at constant pressure, the fraction of heat energy supplied which increases the internal energy. See dear students, delta U by delta Q we have to calculate. You know, delta U is NCV delta T, right? Delta Q is NCP delta T, okay? So this is, you know, Cp by Cv, which is, you know, 1 by gamma. And what was the gas? Gas was monatomic, so gamma is 5 by 3. So we get the answer as 3 by 5, dear students. 3 by 5 is the correct answer, okay? Very easy question. An ideal gas is made to go through a cycle, right? When they say cycle, that means change in internal energy is going to be 0, okay? Right. Thermodynamically process in 4 steps. The amount of heat involved is given, right dear students? So you know that net amount of heat will be actually utilized in performing the work done, dear students, since for a cycle the change in internal energy is going to be 0. This is an easy question, you can easily solve it yourself now. Q1 is equal to 600, right? Q2 is minus 400, right? Q3 is minus 300 plus Q4 is 200. W1 is going to be, you know, 300 minus 200 minus 150. This calculating W4 is basically a task for you. You can easily do it yourself, dear students, right? Okay, right. A container of volume 1 meter cube is divided into 2 equal compartments by a partition. One of these compartments contain an ideal gas at 300 Kelvin, okay. The other compartment is vacuum, okay. Is the gas expanding? Yes. The whole system is thermally isolated from its surroundings, right? That means there is no exchange of heat between system and surroundings. The partition is now removed and gas expands to occupy the whole volume. See dear students, it is an example of free expansion, right? Now you know that dq is equal to du plus dw, right? Since the system is thermally insulated, change in heat is 0. And since the expansion is against volume, so work done is also 0. So change in internal energy is 0, that means temperature is not going to change, dear students, right? A perfect gas goes from state A to state B by absorbing this heat. See, this is, you know, case 1. It is absorbing this heat. I'll be using the first law of thermodynamics. Q is, you know, 8 into 10 to the power 5. Okay. And doing this work, right? So this is change in internal energy. 6.5 into 10 to the power 5, definitely. Change in internal energy is going to be, you know, 1.5 into 10 to the power 5 joules, dear students, right? Now, the same transformation occurs by a different process in which it absorbs this heat. So case 2 is heat is given again, internal energy we expect this to be same because internal energy is a state function. If initial and final states are same, internal energy has to be same, right dear students? So this is, you know, 0.5 into 10 to the power 5 joules, right? Negative. So work done in on the gas, compression, right dear students? Okay. So we have a question. Cp is given, calories per kg. Mind, please keep in mind. Please pay attention on the unit also, dear students. 1 kilogram hydrogen gas is heated from 10 degrees Celsius to 20 degrees Celsius at constant pressure. The external work done on the gas to maintain it at C. N rather not N, right? M. Mcp delta T, since it is in per kg, right? Mcv delta T plus work done. This is Q is equal to U, obviously delta plus W, obviously delta W, right? Mass is 1 kg, Cp is going to be, you know, 3.4 into 10 to the power 3, change in temperature being 10 is equal to mass again 1 kg, 2.4 into 10 to the power 3 plus W. Easily calculate the value of W, dear students. Change in temperature is 10 here, right? Just calculate the value of W, okay? 1 mole of an ideal gas expands at a constant temperature of 300 Kelvin, okay? From an initial volume of 10 liter to a final volume of 20 liters. The work done in expansion is, okay, constant pressure. Work done is, you know, I suppose P delta V, right dear students? It is 1 mole, so it is R delta T, right? So this is R. Do we have the value of delta T? expands at a constant temperature of 300 Kelvin, right? No. See dear students, my mistake. It is basically an isothermal process. 2.303 nRT log of V final by initial, right? So number of moles is 1, R is 1, temperature is 300, right? It was an isothermal process, not an isobaric process, right? I was mistaken initially, right? So V final is 20 liters, dear students. V initial is 10 liters. We know the value of log 2. Just substitute the value of log 2, you are going to get the answer. 2.303 into 1, 8.31 into 300, log 2 is 0.3010, right dear students? Just multiply the value, you will get the answer, okay? An ideal gas at 27 degrees Celsius compressed adiabatically, okay? So we need the temperature volume relation, right? So we have T1 V1 for an adiabatic process is equal to T2 V2, definitely gamma minus 1 dear students. Temperature initially is 300 Kelvin, initial volume is let it be V, okay? Gamma is 5 by 3 minus 1, T2 is final temperature and final volume is going to be 8 by 27 times V 5 by 3, definitely minus 1, right? So 300 into V to the power 2 by 3 equals to T2 8 by 27 2 by 3 V to the power 2 by 3. We are going to cancel, we are going to cancel V to the power 2 by 3, right? Now we get 300 is equal to T2 into definitely 4 by 9 dear students. So we get the value of T2 as T2 is equal to 9 into 300 divided by 4. Now you can calculate the rise in temperature as T2 minus T1, right? This is a task for you, you can do it yourself, okay? The pressure and density of a diatomic gas change adiabatically, right? So we have PV, P1 V1 gamma equals to P2 V2 gamma. So volume is mass over density, okay? Yes, it is. Now this is again mass over density. This is P1 by D1 gamma is going to be P2 by D2 gamma. So we have P2 by P1 as D2 by D1 raised to the power definitely gamma dear students. What was D2 by D1 or it is D dash by D which is 32. What is the value of gamma? It depends on the gas. It is a diatomic gas. So it is 7 by 5, right? 2 to the power 7. So which is 128 dear students, right? 128 is the correct option, okay? Right. This is a good question dear students. A thermally insulated vessel contains an ideal gas of molecular mass capital M and ratio of obviously gamma. It is moving with speed v and is suddenly brought to rest. So the change in internal energy will be obviously the change in kinetic energy half mv square, right? Which is NCV delta T, okay, which is half mv square. Number of moles 1, is it 1? Let us take the number of moles to be 1. Cv is R by gamma minus 1 into delta T equals to delta T is mv square gamma minus 1, right, divided by 2 times R. Do we have an option? We have an option 4 here, right? This is really a good question dear student. It was asked in JEE exam, IIT JEE. So okay, U by V is proportional to T to the power 4 and pressure is 1 by 3 times of U by V. U is the internal energy, V is volume. That means we can say that pressure is basically directly proportional to temperature raised to the power 4. You know that PV is equal to, what is capital R? Capital R is the radius, okay, don't get confused. So PV is equal to N, let us take this R dash S into T. We get pressure as N R dash into T by V dear students, since R dash is gas constant here. Now n r dash T by V is proportional to temperature to the power 4. So volume is inversely proportional to T cube, volume is directly proportional to R cube, radius, R is radius, right? So I think R is inversely proportional to temperature, or you say that temperature inversely proportional to the radius. Do we have an option? Yes, we have an option here. Temperature is inversely proportional to the radius, right dear students? A solid of constant heat capacity 1 joules per degree Celsius is being heated by keeping it in contact with reservoirs in two ways. Sequentially keeping in contact with two reservoirs such that each reservoir supplies same amount of heat. Sequentially keeping in contact with 8 reservoirs such that each reservoir supplies the same amount of heat. In both the cases, body is brought. See, important thing to note. In both the cases, the initial and final temperatures are same. And dear students, entropy depends only on the initial and final state, not on the path through which the state has been attained. So entropy for both the cases will be same. Only this ln2 has entropy in both the cases same. So I am not solving this question. I am very clever enough to write that ln2 is actually the answer, right? Now you can do it yourself. This is an easy question. So you have a Carnot engine which efficiency E1, which is 1 minus T2 by T1. Okay, T2 is 0 degrees Celsius, which is 273, divided by T1 is 473. Okay, another Carnot engine with efficiency E2, T1 is 0 degrees Celsius, that means T2 is minus 200 means 73, and 0 degree means 273. You are asked to calculate the ratio of eta 1 by eta 2. You can kindly do it yourself, right dear students? Easy question. Again we now have a refrigerator here. See, a refrigerator with coefficient of performance, it is not 13, it should be 1 by 3, right? Beta is 1 by 3, and which is the heat extracted divided by W, okay? Releases 200 joules of heat, that means Q1 is 200, okay? So we are asked to calculate the work done, right? See, we know that Q1 minus Q2 is going to be W, okay? Okay, right? Q1 is 200 dear students, and W is 3Q2, okay? This is 3Q2. We get the value of Q2 as 50, right dear students, and work done is going to be 150, 3 times of Q2, okay? Right. Very easy formula based questions. Again a question of refrigerator. A refrigerator works between, okay, coefficient of performance is T2 by T1 minus T2, it is also Q2 by W, right? So refrigerator works between 4 degrees Celsius and 30 degrees Celsius. 4 degrees Celsius is 277 Kelvin. Difference in degrees Celsius or difference in Kelvin is same. 30 minus 4 is going to be 26, is equal to it is required to remove 600 calories of it. That means Q2 is 600 calories. Let us convert it into joules. Now we are asked to calculate the work done. No, we are asked to calculate the power, okay? So this is W will actually give the power only because we have taken this 600 calories per second, right? So this is going to give power of the refrigerator, okay dear students? Right. One centimeter cube of water at its boiling point absorbs 540 calories of heat to become steam, okay? Delta Q is equal to, dear students, delta U plus P delta V, okay, right? It absorbs 540 calories of heat. What we are asked to calculate? We are asked to calculate the heat required for overcoming the obviously we are asked to calculate the internal energy, plus pressure is 1.013 into 10 to the power 5. I am going to calculate the change in volume now. 1671 minus 1 centimeter cube becomes the meter cube, and obviously this joules has to be converted to calories, okay? So we are going to get the value very easily, dear students, okay? It is 4.19, right? You can easily get the value of delta U from here. Now 1 mole of a diatomic ideal gas, right, undergoes through a cyclic process ABC as shown, ABC, okay, ABCA. The process BC is adiabatic, right? It is adiabatic. Now, the temperatures at ABC is given obviously. Now what they are asking is, see, the change in internal energy in the process, right? There is something missing in the last option, right, dear students? Change in internal energy for the process CA, okay. Change in internal energy for the process CA, AB, right? Change in internal energy for the process, let it be BC. Let us first calculate the change in internal energy for the process BC. Okay, it should be, you know, NCV delta T, dear students. Do we have the number of moles here? 1 mole of diatomic gas. It is 1 mole of diatomic gas, right? So 1 mole diatomic gas 5R by 2. Change in temperature is going to be, you know, minus 200, okay? So it is minus 500 R for the process B to C, but we don't have the complete option, right? For the process A to B, change in internal energy is not going to be 350 R, right, dear students? Changes temperature is, you know, 400 divided by 5 R by 2 is not going to be minus 350. This is incorrect, right? Change in internal energy for the process CA will also not be 700 R, and for the whole cyclic process, change in internal energy is 0. So rest all 3 options are incorrect. So let us change the option and mark it correct, okay, since there is a printing error, right? Change in internal energy for the process B to C is minus 500 R, dear students. A monatomic ideal gas, right, is enclosed in a cylinder fitted with a piston, right? This is a cylinder, dear students. It is fitted with a piston. Initial length is L1, right? Temperature inside is T1. Now suppose you are heating it, right? Now length is L, length becomes L2, temperature becomes T2, okay? Yes. So we know that the area of cross section being A in both the cases, right? Now let us take an example. T1, V1, adiabatic. Is it adiabatic? Is it adiabatic? Yes, it is adiabatic. Is equal to T2, V2. I was expecting it to be adiabatic, right? Temperature T1, volume is, you know, area into length raised to the power gamma minus 1, monatomic gas 5 by 3 minus 1 equals to T2, area into length raised to the power 5 by 3 minus 1. So T1 into L1 raised to the power 2 by 3 equals to T2 into L2 raised to the power 2 by 3, right? Now T1 by T2 equals to L2 by L1 raised to the power 2 by 3, right, dear students? We could easily get the answer, right? I am giving the questions very quickly, right? See, 2 moles of an ideal gas, number of moles are 2, right? R in a rubber balloon at 30 degrees Celsius, right? The balloon is fully expandable and can be assumed to require no energy in its expansion. The temperature of the gas in the balloon is slowly changed to 35 degrees Celsius. The amount of heat required, right? So delta Q is, you know, delta U plus P delta V, okay, right? This is, you know, or you can assume the expansion to be at, you know, at constant pressure, okay. You can calculate the value of heat as NCP delta T, okay. Yes. Ideal helium, value of helium for Cp is 5R by 2, okay. What is the change in temperature? It is, you know, 5 degrees Celsius. So you are going to get this as 25 R. Now value of R is, you know, 8.3, right? Yes. So when you multiply 25 by 8.3, you are going to get something close to 208 joules, right? Okay. This question is very easy, dear students. You can easily do it yourself. See, this is basically based on first law of thermodynamics. Cyclic process, change in energy is 0. That means you know that Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3 plus Q4 is going to give us work done W1 plus W2 plus W3 plus W4, you can get the unknown variable from here, right? Since we have the 4 options, in all the 4 options the value of x is different, so only the value of x will give your answer. That means 6000 minus 5500, that means 500 plus 3500 is 4000 minus 3000 is 1000, right? W1, 2500 minus 1000, 1500 minus 1200, that means 300 plus x. So we get the value of x as 700, which is the answer, right dear students? Okay. Two cylinders A and B, okay, fitted with pistons contain equal amounts of an ideal diatomic gas. Important thing, diatomic gas, temperature is 300 Kelvin. The piston of A is free to move while that of B is held fixed, right? Okay. When it is free to move, see dear students, then that means it is at constant pressure. When it is fixed, that means it is constant volume, okay. The same amount of heat is given to the gas in each cylinder. Rise in temperature, right. So heat is, for the case A, heat must be, NCP delta T, right. And for case B, the heat given must be NCV delta T, right, because the second one is at constant volume and the first one is at constant pressure, right. Heat is equal. So NCP delta T in case 1 is equal to NCV delta T for the other case, right. Now number of moles get cancelled. Okay, delta T for the first case is 30, right, and delta T for the second case we are asked to calculate. Cp by Cv is gamma, gas is, gas is diatomic, so this is 7 by 5 times, right. So we get the answer as 42 Kelvin, okay, right. Initial pressure and volume of gas are P and V, right, respectively. The first, it is expanded isothermally to volume V. Initial pressure and volume of the gas are P and V. First, it is expanded to isothermally to volume V. The final pressure of the gas will be first, it is expanded isothermally to volume V. Volume is not changing, pressure also not change, right. I think there is some error in the question. First, it is expanded isothermally to volume V, then it should be expanded isothermally or expanded adiabatically, expanded isobarically, whatever, right. There should be something else on the also in the question. So, but initial pressure and volume is same, final volume is also V, process is isothermal, P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2, so pressure must be same, right. Actually, I don't think that question is correct, right. There is some error in the question. Okay, now system goes from A to B via 2 process, right. Obviously, dear students, the internal energy is going to be same in both the cases. Yes, it is, internal energy is same in both the cases because internal energy is a state function. We are able to do the question. Okay, a thermodynamic system is taken through a cycle PQRS, right. Net work done. What is the net work done? Okay, see, it is a PV diagram. So area under PV diagram is going to give the work done. Cycle is anti-clockwise, so work done is negative. Cycle is clockwise, work done is positive. And area of the rectangle is going to be 200 minus 100, that is 100 kilopascal, that means 10 to the power 3 Pascal. Volume is 200 into 10 to the power definitely minus 6, dear students, right. So we have to consume 6 parts, 1, 2, 5, 6, right, in this, right. So the answer will be minus 20 joules. So easy question. Why it is minus? Cycle is anti-clockwise, then it is minus. If cycle would have been clockwise, then answer would have been plus, right. An ideal gas goes from state A to state B, right. This is the diagram, dear students. The ideal gas is going from one state to the other state through different, different paths. This is path 1, this is path 2, and this is, path 3, okay, right. This is the PV diagram, okay, right. Now, obviously the internal energy is going to be same all the cases. These two options are incorrect because internal energy is going to be the same in all the cases because internal energy depends only on initial and final state, not on the path followed, okay, right. Now, if the area under the PV graph is more, heat will be more, so option 1 is correct. So this area bounded by the curve 1 is more, then 2, then 3, right? I hope this is clear to everyone. We are given with the PV diagram and we have to plot the PT diagram. Let us check the option. Let us check the option A. Pressure constant, volume increasing. That means pressure constant, temperature must increase. Since volume is increasing, so temperature must increase. Pressure constant, temperature increasing. True, right? B to C is basically, it should be mentioned that BC, let us take the B to C to be an isothermal process. We don't have the adiabatic curve here. Isothermal process, right? Okay, because for an adiabatic process, PV, VT, PT all are curves, right? We don't have the curves in the option, right? So B to C is an isothermal process, pressure decreasing. B to C is an isothermal process, temperature constant, pressure decreasing, correct? CD is an isochoric process, so PT graph for an isochoric process is a straight line passing through origin. It is a straight line passing through origin. I hope that this is the correct option, right? Right, this is the correct option. So the temperature entropy diagram is as shown, dear students. We have to calculate the efficiency. See, dear students, efficiency is always Q net divided by Q plus, right? So what is Q plus? Q plus is the heat taken initially, and Q net is total area, right? So total area has to be half into base into height, right? And Q plus is the area of this trapezium, which is half sum of parallel sides into distance between the parallel sides, right? So we get the value of efficiency as 1 by 3 clearly, right? This is an important question, right, dear students? 1 mole of an ideal gas having initial volume V, pressure 2P, okay, temperature T goes through a cyclic process, right? As shown below, the net work done in the complete cycle is. See, dear students, we have to calculate the net work done, okay? So work done in the process AB. AB is, isobaric process. It is? Yes, it is. And for an isobaric process, work done is, R delta T, that means RT, okay? R delta T, right, it is. Pressure is 2P. I think this is clear. 1 mole, right? RT. Work done in the process B to C. Let us calculate the work done in the process B to C. So it is an isothermal process. It is, yes. So the answer will be R into 2T ln initial pressure by final pressure, that means 2P by P, okay? Yes. Work done in the process C to D will be again R into delta T, T minus 2T, it is negative. The work done in the process D to A again will be, isothermal, that means R, temperature is T, ln initial pressure by final pressure, that means P by 2P. We are going to add all the values. Work done in AB and CD is going to cancel. Net work done is 2RT ln 2, right, plus RT ln 1 by 2. Ln 1 by 2 will become minus, this will become minus RT ln 2, right? Okay, so we get the answer as RT ln 2, okay? This is, RT ln 2. Right, dear students? I hope this is clear to everyone. PV graph of an ideal gas cycle is shown here as below. See, adiabatic is more steep than isothermal. So BC and DA are more likely to be adiabatic. BC and DA are more likely to be adiabatic. Very easy. A thermodynamic system undergoes a cyclic process A, B, C, D, A, okay. Now work done by the system is, see, work done in the process, CBO, and work done in the process, let it be AOD is, see, this is, the cycle is anti-clockwise here, work done has to be negative. So this is half into base into height, and this is negative, and for this process, half into base into height, positive. Net work done is 0, dear students, okay, net work done is 0. The above PV diagram represents the thermodynamic cycle of an engine Operating with an ideal monatomic gas, the amount of heat extracted from the source in a single cycle is, see dear students, the amount of heat extracted will be during the process dA, right? Amount of heat extracted will be during the process dA and during the process AB, okay, right. Now, if we use PV is equal to nRT for all the cases, for all the coordinates, PV is equal to nRT, let this temperature be T. When you double the pressure, temperature will get doubled. When you double both the things, pressure will become 4 times. And when you double the volume, the temperature will be again 2T naught, okay, right. Now, let us calculate the heat for the process D2A. This is basically an isochoric process. It is an isochoric process, yes it is. Work done will be 0 in this case, right? And this is NCV delta T, right? Number of moles, do we have number of moles? Let us take the number of moles to be 1, right? CV, monatomic gas, yes. CV is 3R by 2. What is the change in temperature in that case now? Change in temperature will be 2T naught minus T naught, that is T naught, right? Now, during the process A to B, it is basically an isobaric process, right? So, for an isobaric process, this is NCP delta T, right? Number of moles, let us assume it to be 1. This is 5R by 2. And what is the change in temperature? 4T naught minus 2T naught is going to be 2T naught. Net heat will be the sum of both these 3R T naught by 2 plus 5R T naught, right? So, we get 13 by 2 RT naught, and you know that PV is equal to nRT. So, 13 by 2 P naught V naught, 13 by 2 P naught V naught, right? This is clear to everyone. Okay dear students.